Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rewind and Replay. I'm Matan.
I'm Adriana.
And I'm Caitlin.
And today we are going to be talking about cons and cosplay. So this is our final this is our only Halloween episode, our final spooky episode. So we all thought we would dress up. Adriana, what are you wearing? Who are you wearing?
Who am I wearing? Well, this one was made by mostly my cousin, who sews. And I did this. I did the belt. I am Rose Lalonde, but not a blonde.
From Homestuck?
Because I was from Homestuck, the web series comic cartoon thing. I don't know what to call it. I was a blonde, you guys. Fun fact: when I used to run this at the Circuit Con, I was a blonde.
Nice.
I'm not anymore.
Nice.
And then Caitlin?
I'm Sam from Trick or Treat. It's got like a whole costume.
Trick or Treat is that movie.
Yeah.
What's it about? It's like a bunch of little vignettes.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've seen that.
There's I think there's 3 stories. There's like a werewolf story.
I like that one.
Ghost story. And then that one's like the one with like the bus where they like go down to like the lake area where the kids drowned. And then there's the story of like the bus driver. I think that's a spoiler. Right. I'm sorry. But he's the one who like who has like the encounter with Sam.
Right at the end. I remember that. That. All right, and then I am Steven Universe.
Woo! That prop makes it.
Yeah.
Jacket,
hey, I got
shirt.
a prop too.
I even have good point. I even have the gem.
Oh.
I used spirit gum to glue it to my belly button for Halloween last year. It was painful coming off.
Yeah. That's dedication. Though.
Happens.
My girlfriend was Pearl.
It's a little.
That's amazing.
Do you have photos?
I do have photos. I have not published them because she took forever to edit them.
Oh.
And now, so those are our costumes. Now let's talk about cons.
Yes, a sneak peek at our costumes, though. Both Caitlin and I are wearing pajama pants because it's cold.
Yeah, it's so cold right now. I have my window open. I should maybe close it, but it's very windy out. I'm enjoying the cold weather. It's comfy.
I am too.
Vibes. Good.
But I could wear my skirt like a scarf.
I got fuzzy socks on and fuzzy pajama bottoms on. We comfy from the waist down.
Good vibes.
Good
vibes. Waist out. My skirt has become my scarf.
Honestly, this is a pretty comfy costume too.
It looks
nice. I enjoy it.
I'm now a Grecian model in a toga.
Heck yeah.
All right, let's talk about cons. First off, we're going through some that some of us have been to, some that only one of us have been to. The first one, Fanime, I believe. Which of you two has been to that one?
Me, San Jose represent, man.
Yeah, that's really close to you. I have gone to Fanime for 4 of the last 6 years, I think.
Wow.
I used to be
Me too, I think.
It's like a yearly tradition with some of my friends from middle school. I wonder if we've seen each other there.
I wouldn't know. There are so many fucking people. Oh, I wish it wasn't buried in a box. Oh my god. But so I was cosplaying Hilda from Pokemon White, and just some person gives me what are they called? The arts and crafts that you'd like iron together.
Oh yeah, like the like beads, but not
bead things.
Yeah, but like you iron them and then
what are those called? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, anyways, someone just gave me like a Pokemon. It was a Charizard, and it was just
you caught a Charizard.
I got one.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Adorable.
Yeah. I don't know. That's my Fanime highlight, I guess.
That's what I love about cons. People are great.
Cons have, in general, really good vibes. Like, everybody is there to have a good time. Everybody is there to, like, there are bad instances, but overall it is a very positive vibe.
Yeah, dude, the con drama, like, if that's something you're tapped into, which I think most people aren't, because, like, it's like the big name cosplayers, but there is like spicy shit happening all the time. It's wild, man. It's kind of like high school.
Yeah. Funnily enough, it's the people who didn't get to have the drama and be cool in high school are now cool at cons, and so they living up the drama.
Savage. Have either of you seen Attack on Titan?
Season 1. I'm trying
Season
to
1?
catch up before the new season.
So the weird thing when I'm thinking of Matan is actually I ran, but this was like 2014. I ran a panel actually with a couple
Really?
friends. Yeah, we were like an Attack on Titan group.
Cool.
Wait, did you cosplay from Attack on Titan?
Yeah, I was
Ooh.
Hanji.
Okay, I've been Petra.
Yeah, I mean, I had like the gear and stuff, but I think I threw the
Same.
boxes away because they were trash. I have the strap somewhere.
Yeah, I have the straps too, and like the green coat and everything. Oh, throwback.
Yeah.
I can see you being a great. I can see you being a great Hanji.
Yeah, I see that.
I love. Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Nope, it's gone. My favorite part about cons is usually Artist Alley. I love going through and seeing all the art, all the little knickknacks and prints. I like a lot of these prints. I think I bought this one over here. Sorry, listeners. I bought this Adventure Time one here at Fanime. I got this one at Fanime, this one at Anime Expo. It's so much fun to like see all this cool stuff all these independent artists are making and contribute and get something.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't ever much for panels really, like
here and there.
Honestly,
yeah,
like it was, but it was never like, oh, I'm excited for these panels.
Right.
You know, it's like, I'm gonna cosplay, I'm gonna look at people cosplaying, I'm gonna spend 5 hours in artist alleys, and then like in the hallways, you know, just like the little circles that form.
Yeah.
Like in the other areas.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Often there's like a game room where people hang out, and there's like people just sit on the floors, and like it's weird, but it's good freaking vibes.
It is, and you can always just like go over and like hang out with people, and there's always like games going on.
Right.
I love it.
The next one I have on the list, I have not been to SAC Anime.
I've been to this one so many times. I've lost track of how many times I've been to it because it's right next to my hometown. It's pretty affordable for a convention and has like really great guests and really great artist alley and everything. It's like a really big convention, but like super great price. And they do it twice a year. And I've probably been at least 15 times.
Wow, 15.
Wow.
And it's once a year?
Twice a year. That's why I've been.
I was gonna say that would be pretty impressive.
No, because I honestly haven't gone the last 2 years maybe, because it's always they do a summer and a winter, and it's usually when I'm back at school, so I can't go.
Right.
But from like 6th grade to like senior year of high school, I went like twice a year.
Yeah, I think I've been 2 or 3 times. I do remember that I was not old enough to go to like the dance that they have.
Oh,
and I was so salty about that one.
The masquerade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so mad. So we have to go when this shit's over.
I've never been to a masquerade for a con. I've always seen them advertised.
Yeah, I'm not there.
It's nice living kind of where we live, and we're all, I think, what you
California, baby.
You guys are within an hour of me, but each of you are 2 hours apart.
About. I probably more like hour and a half from you, Maton.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little longer to Caitlin, but
it's nice having so many urban centers around.
Yeah.
Like shit happening all the time.
Yes. Well, there was before.
Well. Right. Oh man, it was really funny. I don't know if you remember this, Matan. One year at Fanime, there was some sort of like advertisement for like wrestling at the convention, like the giant posters. I don't know. It was just like really buff naked men
everywhere. That sounds familiar.
Like outside the convention center, like across the street, and like on like the giant TVs that they have. I
think I do remember this. It's so weird. Yeah, so weird. Just like unexpected. Confit is a real thing. I know I'm not talking about duck confit. Confit. That shit. Hurts.
Anyone thought that's what you were saying?
Everybody thought that's what I would have thought. Confit? No, confit.
No.
You walk like 20 miles in a day. going back
I mean,
and forth.
more though.
And sometimes
mean-
we're in uncomfy cosplay shoes.
Right.
Also, like, depending, I guess, which con, honestly, because, like, SAC Anime, I don't remember going very far, like, lunch and stuff.
No,
Mhm.
everything was, like, in a very small area for SAC Anime.
Which
Yeah, but for, like, Fanime...
The artist alley used to be, like,
Yeah.
a block away.
Oh my god.
And there was, like, stairs to different show floors, and you had to, like, yeah, my feet... I used to
Jeez.
go with my friends. We used to get a ride to before we could drive. We'd get a ride to San Francisco, take the Caltrain down to San Jose and get off and walk to this con, like 2 miles, go to the con, walk a ton, and then walk all the way back, basically fall asleep on the train and pray that one of us was awake when we got to our stop to get off.
Dang. No, SAC Anime
Yeah,
is
it
like
was-
a very small area. Like there's like 2 stories. I
That's
think
good.
they've expanded it now because it's gotten too big for the convention center. But like very small. There's like food places right there to go to. It was really awesome.
They usually like rent out like
I mean,
nearby hotels. Sorry, Joanna, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hotel thing is really common. Yeah, no, I mean for Fanime, like the park with that weird ass statue and like going to like several miles away to like boba shops or whatever, like that was
dedication.
You just see freaks everywhere. I loved it. Freaks and geeks.
The whole city is overrun with people in crazy outlandish costumes. I love the creativity of cosplay. Like I love seeing a really, really faithful cosplay, but I also love like the weird crossovers.
Yeah.
I also love like somebody's basically cosplaying Samuel L. Jackson, but so he's like in the Mace Windu Jedi robes, but also has like the eye patch of Nick Fury, and like, you know, I love the weird stuff that people come up with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, did you guys also always
did you
like...
see?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, we're losing her. We're losing her.
I think we lost.
No, you go first.
Okay.
Go first. Go first.
Okay, so at SAC Anime, and I think I saw this at Comic-Con when I went there too, but like I saw it a ton at SAC Anime. There was always those like super religious people who would show up with their signs and be like, anime and cosplay sin. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I mean, they're not wrong, but
yeah. what are you trying to do here?
Right, no, yeah. I always forget about those people.
No,
and everybody gives them a hard time, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone do shit to them.
Nobody's like
I've seen people just like comment as they walk by, but
right?
Like, never do anything rude.
No, nobody's like throwing stuff at them, but people like, you know, heckle them and like, you know, mutter as they walk by. That's cringe, bro. They just posted cringe. Next up is one of the most famous, San Diego Comic-Con. Caitlin, you're the only one who's been here.
Am I? Oh, that's sad.
What was that like?
It was a lot. It was huge. I mean, especially compared to like SAC Anime, there was so much to do. I personally thought I felt, because you guys mentioned earlier that panels never seemed to be like a big hype. At Comic-Con, they seem to be like the only hype.
Yeah, no, you're at Comic-Con, I think that's like next level, because there's nobody they can't get, you know.
Exactly. And I got to go to a Terminator panel for like Dark Fate, which that movie was terrible, but I got to see Linda Hamilton in person and Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was so cool. And like, so that was in Hall H, which is like the extremely hard hall to get into. You usually have to like line up the day before, and then they'll like hand out tickets or like hand out like wristbands, I think it was. I don't remember. They like scan your pass maybe. And then the next morning you have to get there super early and wait in line again. But you can only wait in the morning line if you got in through the line the day before.
Jeez.
So it was really hard to get into. I got in, we went for all 4 days. We went from like Thursday, or no, I think we did 3 days. I think we did Thursday to Saturday and didn't go Sunday. So we got in Thursday, and then I think I did Friday too. And then we tried to get in Saturday. Saturday was like the Marvel panels. So that was like everything huge. We waited in line the day before 12 hours.
Whoa.
Yeah. So we did it in shifts because like who's going to wait in line for 12 hours? So there were 3 of us, and we would do like 2-hour shifts. Yeah. So then like everybody else could like go do stuff while that person waited. It honestly wasn't that bad. like looking back, I remember it was just a nice like way to relax because it was our last day. We were all super tired, our feet hurt. So you gotta
sit
like
down.
Yeah, we brought a blanket, we gotta sit. I don't think we were in the shade, which sucked, but we like made like a little like canopy that we could like with blankets. So it honestly wasn't that bad, but we waited for 12 hours and still did not get a ticket.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That was a lot.
12 hours in one line for the chance to wait in another line, which you didn't get.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was like the thing about Comic-Con that felt so like weird because at SAC Anime, like you'll get into panels. Like other conventions, like panels aren't that hard to get into because, like you said, they're not like that big of a hype. Like some are fun to watch, but so that was just so weird, the difference, like having to wait in line that long to get into these panels. And then like I don't think I met anyone at Comic-Con, like any like special guests, like, and that to me was also weird because you couldn't even like pay if you wanted to. You had to just like enter raffles, and you could only enter like a certain amount of raffles. And then so you could, I think the way it worked was like you got like say like 20 points to put into like all these different raffles to meet, like to do like a meet and greet.
Yeah.
You could put them in like however you wanted to. So you could say like, oh, I really want to meet like the Marvel people. So I'm gonna put all 20 in.
Right.
And and I don't remember how I split mine up, but like I tried to do like more for like some that I really wanted, but then still like spread them out so I had better chance. Right. I didn't get a single one. Nobody I was with got a single one.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
there was just so many people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big complaint about San Diego Comic-Con. That's what I hear from people who used to go, is that it's so insanely crowded now. It's like just a lot of the time not fun.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it. And then the other thing I thought was super weird was like more people were not in cosplay than were in cosplay.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I thought like that was odd. Because at SAC Anime, almost everyone is in cosplay.
Yeah.
And same with Fanime.
I'd say Fanime is like definitely, I'd say like upwards of like 60%, so upwards of 75 maybe.
Yeah, SAC Anime was like almost everyone in cosplay. And then I went to Comic-Con, I'd say like 30%.
Wow.
About were in cosplay.
Oh.
And like I wore cosplay. I did Princess Zelda, which was like a full on
from which game?
Ocarina of Time.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I did Sailor Venus.
Nice.
And then the third one we did like a weird like Freddie Mercury thing, which was just like supposed to be Freddie Mercury inspired outfits. So it didn't really even look like I was in cosplay for that one. But like the other two, I felt like almost out of place. Like I wasn't because I was at Comic-Con, but it still felt a little like, okay, there's not a ton of people.
Does it feel corporate?
I think so, yeah.
Is that the issue? Yeah.
That honestly might be it.
That's interesting. Who sponsors the event usually? Like if you happen to know any like the big names?
I don't know.
Yeah. Because I went to BlizzCon and that's corporate as hell. I mean, this is a company's convention, but it definitely wasn't like SDCC sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I looked up the Comic-Con sponsors. It's coming up for WonderCon for some reason, but I guess they're run by the same company. But Prime Video, AMC, Comixology, DC, She-Ra, and WB. So some big names.
I feel like that list is maybe not entirely accurate.
Yeah.
True. It's on their official website, but also like She-Ra feels like She-Ra's a great show. Feels weird to be like Prime Video, DC, She-Ra.
She-Ra.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
Yeah. Netflix what?
But yeah, Comic-Con was something that I kind of always wanted to check out, go at least once. And I don't, just the way that it has seemed, like I don't know if I want to go unless some pretty big changes are made. And like well, it's tough with cons as you run into this issue of like, do you cut registration so that it's a better time for the people who go, maybe increase the price of tickets, or do you just make, sell a ton of tickets? So hypothetically, you know, you can make more money on number of sales, but not as many people are having a good time because it's so crowded.
Because like the other problem was like the artist alley and like the exhibitors hall, they were so crowded. Like you couldn't even walk through, and it was like so miserable and so hard to look at things because like you just be trying to like look at a booth and you'd be like getting pushed from sides, like not on purpose, but just because it's so crowded and people are trying to walk. It was just so bad. Yeah. Like I'm glad I went. It was fun. I really enjoyed the panels. And it might be something I want to do again eventually, but definitely not like every single year.
Right.
It was so
Yeah, I mean, it sounds kind of like the Disneyland of cons.
Right.
Like you wait in line for like a big event, you know?
I wonder if
Disneyland guarantees a ride at the end of the line.
Fair point.
We stood
That's true.
We stood in so many lines where we got nothing at the end. We tried to get into another panel, which was like, I think it was like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That movie was coming out that summer. Yeah. And it was like Guillermo del Toro was doing a panel talking about that movie. And we were like, oh, let's go to that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And we waited in line, I think 2 hours for that one. And we were like one of the like people right at the cutoff.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts, man.
Yeah. It was
rough.
Cons are tough. I wasn't going to mention this because it's not super related, but I went to VidCon when I was in a sophomore in high school. I had a great time, but it was nuts. The lines were absolutely insane. What's interesting is like each con kind of has a different culture a little bit. Like there is a lot of shared between it, but like there is a different vibe at WonderCon, at Fanime, at Anime Expo.
Yeah, that's something I actually want to ask you guys. In my experience, Fanime has the most furries.
There are some furries, yeah. There are some furries.
No, but like comparatively, like to the other cons, like I genuinely like don't remember seeing like a furry at BlizzCon.
In my experience, there are Fanime, of all the cons I've been to, Fanime has the most.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Stack Anime has a good amount, but I can't compare to Fanime.
My friend.
Yeah. No, I do remember seeing. I just went to Stack Anime less.
My friend paid me $1 to ask for a tail hug from a furry, and I did it, and he paid me.
That's good.
Why'd he pay you?
I don't know. He said, "Hey, I'll give you $1 to go ask for a tail hug," and I said, "Sure." And I asked, and they said, "Yeah."
That's such a teenager thing.
Yeah, definitely.
It was great. You got $1 out of it.
I got $1 and a nice tail.
And a dope hug.
A nice crispy tail hug.
Those costumes are impressive, man.
Impressive and expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Furries will pay so much money for their art and for their suits. It's like people that I know people who have made thousands of dollars doing furry commissions.
Dang. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. Respect artists. Pay them.
True.
Pay them.
Okay.
Pay them.
Next up, Anime Expo. Neither of you have been, but we talked about going before it got canceled.
We were so close to going.
Yeah. I bought tickets. I got refunded. I have been once. I went in 2019. I knew a guy who had a pretty high up position in Anime Expo. That's how I got in for free. And, I want to say this. The management of the lines was horrid. People waited in the LA sun for hours in May, I think, is when this con is. Like I heard people were in line for like 6 hours to get in. I was able to get in sooner, but a lot of people didn't. Lines were huge. It's the LA Convention Center is huge, and people were like around that whole block, around like the Staples Center and everything. It was really, I spent almost all my time in Artist Alley. Incredible stuff. There were some cool panels. But yeah, I like it's one of the highest caliber anime themed cons, I think. Anime Expo.
Yeah. I've been wanting to go. I mean,
it was a great time. But yeah, I felt terrible for the management of the lines. Yeah, there were some cool shows. I got to, play some cool games. They had this little arcade area, but you had to pay to get in. I didn't do that.
Mm.
But a friend of mine was a voice actor in a dating sim that they had on display there that I played. It was a good
Dating
anime.
sim.
I will find the name for you. I don't know it off the top of my head.
A fake friend.
But it was a really good time. It's unfortunate that we couldn't go.
I know.
They
Yeah,
really-
I find it weird that they made you pay for the game area.
Yeah, there was like part of a game area. Oh, I wanted to tell this story. There's part of a game area, like some consoles were set up and that was free, but like arcade machines and like Dance Dance Revolution were paid. But I had a story about Fanime. I felt bad. Last time I went, we were walking through the gaming area, my two friends and I saw this guy playing Super Smash Bros. Melee alone. And he had another controller stand. And so I was like, oh, I have a sec. I want to sit down. I'll play this guy. I was like, oh, hey, man, do you mind if I use your controller? You want to play? He was like, sure. Not tooting my own horn here. I bodied this man. I absolutely destroyed this kid on his own controller. And then I was like gonna give him a run back. I was gonna like play again and like not quite go so hard. And then my friends were like, Matan, we gotta go. And so I was like, sorry guys, like sorry dude. So I showed up, took this man's controller, beat the shit out of him, and then left.
Traumatizing. I really like at Fanime, I like watching people play DDR.
Totally. I'm with you on
love that. Or the Giant Jenga. Wait, is that SAG anime? Or?
I've seen the Giant Jenga as well.
Yeah, I love Giant Jenga. That shit's hilarious.
It's like a con staple at this point. The gaming center is cool. I don't always spend like a ton of time there, but it's nice when you want to like get off your feet and play some games with some people. They have all sorts of stuff set
just
up.
Sit. Like it's usually pretty like cold. Like I like just sitting in the back and kind of just watching.
I get you. Yeah.
Finding a nice, cool place to sit at cons is
yes. Oh, hit
air
different.
Conditioning.
AC hits different at cons.
Oh yeah.
Now we've got one. Adriana, you're the only one who's been to this one. BlizzCon?
Yes. Yes. So I went. God, I don't even remember. 2019. It's been like a century. I really don't remember. What fucking year it was. I could check my Instagram.
I think it was. I think it was 2019.
Yeah, that shit was wild. Sure.
So you were there when?
Oh, you know what? You would actually know this. Say it. Sorry, go for it.
You were there when the shit was really going down with all that Hearthstone stuff.
Actually, maybe not. I was there the year before in Overwatch, the year that they released at the con the cowboy girl.
Ash. Let me look her up.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that sounds right. She's like gray haired. Yeah, I was there that year, whatever fucking year that was.
It looks like she released November 2018.
When I was there, 2018. Yeah, because I was like, no, I don't remember all the Hearthstone drama, actually. Time is soup.
Yep. By Hearthstone drama, we're referencing the Blitzchung stuff, just for anybody. We've talked about it before. We're not going to go into it, but what was BlizzCon like?
Gorgeous. Like that shit is like inside the building is so gorgeous. And actually I went with a cosplayer friend, so I actually got a very different look at convention life, because I normally like, I'll cosplay but like not professionally. And so going with someone like more on that level, like I saw like a lot of cool photo area shoots that they use, and like parts of the garages. I was like, wow, this is wild. I went to a loot box hotel party.
What is that?
A guy from Loot Box had a party in his hotel room.
From Gearbox?
Loot Box.
What what is Loot Box?
Loot Crate. Okay.
Loot Crate.
I totally got you. I was like, yeah, it's Loot Box. Yeah. What Matan, why don't you know what Loot Box is?
That's cool. My word.
Nice.
But it was super fun. I mean, but it's also like a really like what's happening in said hotel, but like in the main floor before everyone went up, like we were just chilling. I was in the bathroom and I was really happy because someone was wearing a Critical Role sweater and I made a friend.
Nice.
It was also really weird and awkward. We had two, I think, Russian dudes come approach us.
And?
I mean, we were like, oh yeah, we're just waiting because we were waiting for friends. Yeah, like we're just waiting for our friends. And we were just like idle chatting. And like we gave them our socials, but we didn't follow them back. And eventually like, oh, I see them. We didn't see them. And we left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
sorry.
No, yes. That's funny. I mean, that sounds like a very like con interaction, like the people outside who like don't get it, but like want to hit on the scantily clad women.
Yeah.
Fun times. I actually think we were both out of cosplay at that point.
Oh, so you're just hot in general.
I guess. I don't know. I attributed more to her. Like she's hot. That's fine. And then this was also the convention. So there were like two opposite hotels, and then it's like the convention center. So Jessica was just like Jessica. When I say Jessica, she was like,
"This is your friend."
Not her. I spent the night sitting at her feet with a bunch of other ladies gossiping.
Whoa, that's kind of a big deal. Yeah. She's like a big deal.
I know, but it was really fun. She's amazing, clearly. But I guess like because she's so popular, right? She has to like move a lot. So that was fun.
Wow, that's very cool.
Yeah, dang.
You told me I never need to get my lips enhanced.
Oh, I remember that story. I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
That was your takeaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BlizzCon, yeah. Some of the like Blizzard fans, some of the most impressive cosplay I've ever seen has been like Blizzard properties, like Overwatch, StarCraft, World of Warcraft.
Oh my god, absolutely. The
Intricate.
Warcraft ones?
Intricate.
Oh,
yeah.
The armor, the weapons. I mean, and because like most of them don't do, like human races, like the ears, the paint. Right. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's and if you go like more towards nighttime, it's like magical. Like it's literally like there's like glowing lighting and there's all these like fairies. Great.
I think you've mentioned that at BlizzCon they set up the tavern from Hearthstone IRL. Do you remember this?
I think repeat your sentence.
Did you? I think you mentioned in the past that at BlizzCon they set up the tavern from Hearthstone.
I don't think I mentioned that.
Who mentioned? Did Rico mention that?
No, I think it was
James.
There's James. Oh, okay. That sounds so cool.
It does.
Like what's cool about having a convention all run by one company is I think, correct me if I'm wrong, there can be a lot more cohesion in sort of the vision. Like yeah, it seems more like you can put things where they need to be. You can have a better general atmosphere when it's all one company. Yeah,
that shit was smooth, dude. Like the main area where like with the stage and chairs for a lot of the panels. I mean, even that was like,
yeah.
It was all fantastic. I really don't have a single complaint. I also wasn't there the next year for all the drama, so
right. You got out good. Sorry, say that again, Caitlin.
I said you dodged that bullet.
I got to see Matthew Mercer across the room from me, like 80 feet away.
Did you faint?
Almost.
I told you
the camera panned to me because like how they look at the audience, and I died. It was great.
I told you I went to the Critical Role panel at Comic-Con, right?
How was that?
Not gonna lie, I didn't watch Critical Role at the time. I still don't really watch Critical Role. It was kind of boring.
I mean,
no idea what was going on. I ended up in this panel because I think it was like 3 panels before Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I was in there for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And
you got your seat early.
Yeah, that was a super popular panel, and so me and my sister went in there and we got our seats early. And we were in there for that. I saw Ashley Johnson in person, and that was a cool moment of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. What about the cosplays? A lot of critters cosplay.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Sorry, what was your question?
Did you notice like any cosplays in particular that stood out to you for that panel?
No.
Yeah, like from the audience members. People sitting around.
I'm sorry, I didn't. There probably were. I just didn't know that they were Critical Role cosplays at the time.
So
yeah. Plus, it was Comic-Con and not that many people were in cosplay.
True.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Good point.
But I'm sure there were some. I just probably didn't realize it. Probably
Yeah.
just thought they were like, just didn't know what they were from, and it just didn't stick in my head.
It's okay.
Then last con I think we're going to discuss, one that only I've been to.
Yeah, because like how?
E3.
Fuck you.
I always wanted to go to E3. I have my complaints about E3. It has become increasingly about consumers and less of a trade show. And I think they had a better balance, maybe in 2016, 2015. I went in 2018, I believe. Because I got a job working there.
Yes, that is the trick for big cons.
But issue, I didn't know this. I was only going to be working in the lobby of the LA Convention Center, which is very large. I had a booth. I was working for TikTok. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything fancy. It was a pretty easy job. But basically, they give you a wristband that lets you into the lobby. But in order to get into any of the main halls, you have to have a lanyard and like a card that has your name, your company, and a QR code. And they don't actually scan them when you're going in. They just basically, the security guards just look for one. So one day, I was on my break and with somebody else I was working with, and we basically tried to go in with a crowd and like get in, and we got busted going in. And then another group of people, they basically were like, no, you got to stay in the lobby. And then another group of guys went in, and they got a stern talking to from the head of security. There's no way in hell that I was going to work at E3 and not go into E3. So I devised a plan. I knew that they would check IDs for picking up badges at the front. They would check IDs, I think, as you went in to pick up badges or with your badge. They would check your ID matches the name on the badge. And they would send you in. And if you're wearing somebody else's badge, both you and the badge holder are banned for life. So I knew someone, a game dev, who had a badge to E3. So what I did was, I'm incriminating myself here. I'm not going to mention anybody else's name.
So this is all fictional. This didn't.
Oh, sorry. This is a hypothetical. This is a.
If you wanted to get into E3, this is how Matan would.
This is how I would. This is how I would conceive of doing it hypothetically. So I looked at their badge and I photoshopped my own, and I used a fake name. I had to try to match the fonts. I got help. I could not have done this on my own. I had to. I got a QR code for like a 2-for-1 fries at McDonald's. Made a fake name, made it all look the same. It was not perfect. The font was not a perfect match. So what I ended up doing was, on the last day, the woman I had been working with, she gave me her wristband. So then what I did was, they were the kind that when you pull and they break, but they're still sticky. So you can still like make it hold long enough. So what I did was, my girlfriend and I made a fake badge for her too. We went in the side entrance for the workers in the lobby, showed them the wristbands, hid they little like briefly check your bag as well. So we hid the badges, went into the bathroom, took off the wristband, put on the badge. Nobody questioned us. Worked fine. Worked like a charm.
Dang.
Yep.
And it was really cool.
It would have worked like a charm.
Hypothetically, in this situation, it may or may not work. I can't say conclusively.
So I'm also going to let you in on a theoretical cosplayer guide to BlizzCon. And that's that like maybe 25% of them buy badges because they're so busy like with their photo shoots and everything outside the building. And then they just toss them around like candy. Like, yeah, you can borrow my badge and go inside.
Wow.
Yeah, I've definitely done that. I mean, hypothetically, I would have also done that before.
I think, if we're like promoting community, that's a hypothetically really valid situation.
Because hypothetically, one of the things you can do is you can go into like the floor, and then if there's like a wristband or a badge, you could hypothetically slip it off. You make it loose enough that you can just slip it off, take the badge off, have somebody else with also wristband and lanyard take that out to somebody else. They put it on, those two come back in, and now all three of you are in.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like BlizzCon only checks to see that you're wearing a thing.
Exactly. They don't check the names.
Right, exactly.
With that said, I did actually buy my badge.
Yes.
I've bought my stuff for every convention I've gone to at the time. No, just kidding.
Yep.
But this is a theoretical, really good approach to gaming the system.
Sure, hypothetically, of course.
Hypothetically.
Legally speaking. But yes, E3 was one of the best con experiences I've had, just because the company spends so much money on this stuff. They are done up. All sorts of crazy like games. Like they had one of those things for Fortnite where the pillars cylinders spin around and try to knock you off whatever you're standing on. Like big inflatable things.
Yeah.
Or there's this huge building for the Avengers booth. They had built this huge thing. Or they made I couldn't get in because the line was too long. A Luigi's Mansion haunted house within the show floor.
That's fun.
I got to play the Hollow Knight Silk Song early, which still isn't out. Got to play a couple early things. Got to try on this vest. There's like the big boys, and there are 2 halls, but there's the big boys, and then there's like the indie devs and like smaller games and technology sort of in the corner.
Yeah.
Went over there, tried on a haptic feedback vest and VR, and when me and this random woman like shot at each other in VR, and you could like feel it on your vest.
That's so cool.
There's a lot of cool stuff.
You guys, I legitimately cannot wait to be a PhD student and just make the department pay for my badge.
Yeah, you can do
I
it.
study video games. I use anthropologic lenses. Let me into the convention. I need to study the nerds.
Hey, well, where's our rewind and replay press badges? Come
exactly.
Yeah.
We'll get those one day. Next year. Catch us at E3.
Not a lot of cosplay there because it is started as a trade show, a lot of trade people.
Right.
But it was a really good time.
Yeah.
Now let's talk a little bit about cosplay. You two do more cosplay than I do. I don't really cosplay.
Cough hat. Sorry if you're just listening, but I pointed to my Clementine hat and my Pokemon trainer hat.
Ooh, I wanted to mention one thing. That's one other thing I love about cosplay and cons is seeing characters that like you've never seen represented before. Like seeing characters for like small properties that not a lot of people know. I love those. It feels like a kinship. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a cute cosplay story.
Please.
So, when I was cosplaying as Zelda at Comic-Con, there was like a group of little kids, and I don't think they were like at Comic-Con or anything. It was just like a group of like little girls. I think they were at like a birthday party or something. And I walked by, and they started going like, "Look, mommy, it's a princess!"
Oh.
And they like ran up to me, and the mom was like, "Oh, can they take a picture with you?" And like they took that picture with me, and they thought I was a princess.
That's so cute.
Oh,
it was so adorable.
That's really sweet.
That is one of my favorite things, getting asked to take a picture with someone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I bet. What have been your favorite cosplays that each of you have done?
Ooh, that's tough. I like my Ellie cosplay.
Mm.
I've
Part
done
1 and part 2.
I was about to say that. I've done both. I don't know. I really like both.
I actually think.
Yeah.
I think my favorites are the 2 that I haven't had a chance to wear yet because of Corona.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are they?
I have chompette. I have a dress. I have a wig. I've got the little crown. Like stocking. Like I've got the whole shebang. And then from My Hero Academia, Midnight. But I still need to make the top. I need to make her stupid top out of the leotard. But it'll happen.
Wow. Yeah, those are 2 good ones.
Yeah.
I haven't done a lot of I have never really made the foray into cosplay. I love dressing up for Halloween. I love being really creative with that. This would not qualify as cosplay, but one of my favorite costumes I've ever done. It was the night I met my girlfriend. So clearly I did something right. It was 2 kids pretending to be adult in a trench coat.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
So I walked all weird, and I didn't put my arms in my sleeves, and I taped gloves to the end, and I would kind of swing them.
I love that.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. And then I did Steven last year, which is I think a pretty bona fide cosplay. If I stick this on my tum tum, this little gem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why do you guys cosplay? How do you decide who you cosplay and what inspires you to cosplay?
That's such a good question.
I just like taking photos.
Yeah, that's part of it. I usually pick like a character I really like, and I just think it's cool to like dress up as them, and like I don't know, people always like call you by the character's name, and then like it starts conversations about the show or the game. And I think that's always really cool, and people are always like excited to see you. Like when I did the Ellie cosplay from part 2, that was like a long time ago. Like I think the game had been announced, and then
trailer maybe.
I can't remember if that trailer had come out yet. We definitely there was the songs, like the guitar song, that was how they announced it. So I knew what she looked like. I don't think the trailer had come out yet. So it was like very much like you only knew what my cosplay was if you had seen, like if you were a big last.
Cool.
So it was cool to like see who recognized what I was cosplaying as, and then that like started conversations because it was like, oh, they are just as big as a fan of Last of Us as I am.
Right.
I also really love closet cosplays.
I know Caitlin does that too.
Closet?
Yeah, like those are. Yeah, so just taking like your wardrobe. So like, I mean, this isn't my wardrobe, obviously, so it's not really because I just have it. But like, if I just put like a purple tank top on or something, or like a black shirt with like a purple tank over, like I'm closet cosplaying Rose.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, where like you look like you're recognizable, but it's less like fantastical.
Yeah. Caitlin, you had a TikTok series doing that.
Yeah, I did that on our Rewind and Replay TikTok, actually.
Yeah.
I would do like a random number generator and then find like a list of like all these characters and then go in my closet and like make a cosplay off of that character. Very fun.
Is there anything else that you guys wanted to mention about cosplaying?
I'm gonna go through my list of cosplays to just like
please
say who I've done. I did Ellie from part 1 and part 2, Castiel, Abaddon, who was like a villain from Supernatural, Princess Zelda, Sailor Venus, Ciel, Winter Soldier, Petra, Maggie from The Walking Dead, Yuri from Yuri on Ice, Jess from Until Dawn.
Which Yuri?
It's been forever since I watched, but like the main one.
Yuri.
Like
Are there like 3 Yuris?
Yuri.
There are like 3 Yuris, but like the Yuri.
Okay.
You little fucker.
Okay. Mary Jane from Spider-Man, and
Katsuki Yuri.
Yeah, that one, I think. It's been so long since I've watched Yuri on Ice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I know the show. So good.
That one was more of just like a closet cosplay too. Like my sister was the blonde Yuri, and she got like the jacket and like the wig. I think I also have a like a bluish wig, so I did that. Yeah, for my CL cosplay, I had the blue wig, and then I did like the glasses and just like a blue jacket. Yeah, that's all. I've done a lot.
So it seems. I thought about doing Nathan Drake.
That'd be cool. I thought about doing Elena.
Do it. Why not?
Elena is my waifu for life, for sure.
Waifu for life.
She's like a top tier
waifu.
Yeah. She's great. I love
Elena's her. Best girl for sure. Before we go, I'm realizing I forgot to do this in the middle, so I'm going to do it at the end. We would like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. No one. But this episode is supported by our patron, Matan Sucks at Injustice 2.
Yes,
woo!
No commentary, just let me get through this. If you would like your name to be read on this podcast, you can support us at patreon.com/rewind_replay, which is linked in the description below. Thank you, Matan Sucks at Injustice 2. I will be real glad when that one runs out.
That joke still hasn't gotten old.
And
I laugh every time.
No, never will.
Never will.
Speaking of interacting with us, you guys, it's freaking Friday. It's almost Halloween. Come watch us stream Little Hope tonight on Twitch.
Yep. That's October 30th. We're streaming Little Hope.
Which is today, Matan.
Well, but October not everybody. 30th. I want to make sure everybody knows that even if you're watching this late, you can go and watch the VOD
Oh, okay.
on our Twitch channel.
That's fair. That's very fair. And if you dress up today, tomorrow, over the weekend, whenever, add us. Show us your cosplays, man. Your closet blah blah.
Yep, you know what she means.
I like seeing costumes. I like dressing up. I'm gonna wear this on Halloween and probably do more makeup. And
Nice.
I can post pictures as you all should as well.
Yeah, one cosplay I forgot to mention that I do is this is gonna be an obscure as fuck reference. But there's a class in Dragon Quest called Luminary. And she's like this girl, it kind of looks like a pumpkin dress. It's kind of basically like a pumpkin dress is what I own. That's great.
Nice. All right, well that just about does it for this week.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween, guys.
Get stuffed on candy.
Yep. I'm buying some candy just in case trick-or-treaters come by. It's also a really good justification for eating a lot of candy by myself.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, don't forget to be safe, wear a mask, but still have fun. It's Halloween.
You can wear more than one kind of mask.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't go to parties, guys. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching and listening. You can catch us every week. We post podcasts every Friday, wherever you get podcasts, or on YouTube with a video element. We've been pumping out more YouTube content, so make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Click that, smash that like button, click that bell icon to get notified.
Bell.
Yep. We've got some exciting stuff coming soon. The one I'm most excited about publishing is our top 10 games of the generation list. Short form stuff. Given that the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are right around the corner, we got together, all three of us and Josh, to decide on the definitive top 10 games of the last generation. And then we broke off into pairs and more freeform discussed our favorite 10, if the, whichever didn't make the list.
Yeah, I think you'll like mine and Caitlin's list best.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Frankly, we'll see about that. So,
go in the comments, say whose is better. The one with more likes will win.
Yeah, one with more likes wins. One with more likes wins. So make sure you go and like my.
Well, like both of them. The one with more. No, wait. How do we do this? Okay, the one with more comments.
Well, the one with more comments.
Have a view time.
Yeah, but you got to comment on both if you like both. But then comment more on the one you like more.
Right.
Spam comments at us.
Yes.
I guess this is the message.
All right. Once again, thank you for watching and listening, and we will catch you next time.